皆さんこんにちは。Hi, I'm Haruka, who is making your Japanese learning easy. I have questions for you guys. How do we say I know in Japanese? That's right. We say 知っています。What about I don't know? Did you say 知っていません? Good try, but we don't say that. 知っていません doesn't exist in Japanese. Instead, we say 知りません. In this video, you are going to learn Japanese verb tenses. You already know about Japanese tenses? If you cannot explain why 知っていません cannot work, I don't think so. Japanese verb tenses are deeper than you think. And other teachers and textbooks say 知りません is a special case, so just remember it. As I am a language lover, I'm always thinking what is the perspective of the words in English, in Japanese, and in French, and I have my original explanation for this. Before jumping into the topic, if you like my videos and would like to support my work, you can do so from Ko-fi. You can buy me a coffee from $5, and I really appreciate your support, and I can continue this. The link is in the description below, so please check it out. Alright, let's get started! Before we start working on the verb 知る, you need to understand these. First of all, Japanese verbs can be distinguished into two types. One is the action verb, and another one is the change verb. What are they? It is hard to distinguish 100% in one explanation, but I use this method in my lessons. Let's say you are an actor or an actress. To eat in Japanese is 食べる. Can you act the verb 食べる? Can you show it to me? Right. We can act the verb 食べる like this, for example. How about to drink 飲む? Can you show it to me? Right. We can act the verb to drink 飲む like this. How about the verb to know 知る? Can you show it to me? I believe it is impossible to act because 知る is not the action verb. It is one of the change verbs. 知る and other change verbs are describing the current state of things. 知る is something related to our brain. When we use 知る, we are talking about the current state in our brain, not the action. You can consider if the verb is an action verb or a change verb like this. However, it doesn't cover 100%. I'm not a magician, so I'm just trying to help you. I hope it works for you. Now, let's take a look at tenses. I call it chronological order. Start from the action verb because it is easier as it is the same as English. Step 1. Starting with the dictionary form, which is 食べる, and formal form is 食べます. I'm gonna write the casual form on the left side and formal form on the right side. In Japanese grammar, step 1 is called present tense. However, present tense in conversation is used as a future tense because we don't have future tense in Japanese. So, the translation will be I will eat. Step 2. That's 食べている and 食べています. We use verb in the te form plus いる when something is ongoing or continuing. Therefore, the translation will be I am currently eating something or habitually eat something. A lot of textbooks teach you that te form plus いる is equivalent to be ing form. But actually, that is only half of it. For a complete beginner, I also teach that way because one thing at a time is the key to succeed when it comes to learning new languages. But today, you are going to discover something new later in this video. Step 3. That'll be 食べた and 食べました which are the past tense. So the translation will be I ate. So far so good? Alright, let's move on to today's main topic. Why Japanese tenses are distinguished into two types? It's because how they describe the tenses are different. So now, finally, we are going to work on the change verb. Step number 1. Here, we use the same thing as the action verb, which is present tense. So that'll be 知る and 知ります. Be careful. 知る is one of the う verb. For the verb's conjugation, watch my very first video from the link here. Same as earlier, the Japanese present tense is actually used as future too. So here as well, the translation will be I will know. However, we don't really say I will know because we don't know when to know something. I'm just using the subject I to simplify the explanation. If the subject is second person or third person, you can use this sentence. For example, when you say you will know when you get older to kids. Step 2. I wanted to show you this in this video. Did you try to say 知っている or 知っています? Good try, but not that one. Japanese native speaker don't see step 2 as 知っています or 知っている. Here we use 知った and 知りました. Ta-da! And next question is, how do you translate this into English? Did you say I knew? Good try! That's a common mistake that students make 100%. Don't worry, it's not only you. If you use 知った or 知りました when you want to say I knew in English, the conversation gets awkward. You want to avoid it. So don't do that, because we won't understand what you wanted to say. So, what we see when we say 知った or 知りました is I found out. For the change verbs, step 2 is the past tense and is the moment when the change happened. It's just a second like this. Basically, 知った 知りました are used with a time word related to the past. For example, yesterday, 3 days ago, 1 week ago, something like that. We don't use on its own. Step 3 is finally 知っている and 知っています. Because we are human, not a robot like Westworld. We don't have a button to erase our memory. Once we find out something, the state that we know something is continuing. That is why we use て from plus いる and we say 知っている or 知っています when we want to say I know something. If you understand this, you will know why I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, and I'm tired in Japanese are used in the past tense. And let's go back to the first question. We've learned why I know something in Japanese is 知っている or 知っています. Now let's think about why I don't know in Japanese is not 知っていない nor 知っていません, which simply changes I know into negative form. As we saw the chronological order, when we don't know something, we are not reached the step 3 yet. We are still in the step 1. That is why we need to use the negative form of step 1. Therefore, I don't know in Japanese will be 知らない or 知りません. Ta-da! That is my explanation for the question and I am convinced myself. Again, this doesn't apply 100% to other verbs. You need to understand the core image of each verb to understand Japanese deeper. In the next video, I will teach you something related to this. Until then, watch this video carefully and understand Japanese tenses 100%. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for your support always. I'll see you on the next video. またね! Have a great day!